Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, we're doing another requested reading today on the ruling of the Supreme Court yesterday. Okay, so the comment is the US Supreme Court ruled that presidents are immune from prosecution when they are conducting official acts. This opens the door for Trump, if he is re-elected, to put military tanks in the cities and on the southern border, drop nukes on liberal states in the name of national security, order the Secret Service to accidentally run over his enemies, and basically do anything he wants under the pretense of performing official acts. In other words, become a dictator. I was wondering if you could do a reading on what the fallout will be from this decision. Okay, so the first question, will the public protest? And if not, why? What will it take for average citizens to wake up and care? Will this finally motivate the Democrats and Biden to stack the court? If not, why? What is preventing Congress and Biden from taking action against the rogue Supreme Court to save our democracy? And finally, will the SCOTUS decision ultimately lead to the US become a dictatorship? Okay, yeah, me personally, I think it's dangerous to not do anything and just leave it all for people to decide with their votes. I think that's reckless. I would do something. I mean, I don't know exactly what the implications are for packing the courts. Like to add justices to the Supreme Court or lower courts to shift the balance. So I don't know exactly that's what's the implication, but something needs to be done. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Will there be public protests? Will people come out and protest about this Supreme Court decision? Let's see the public response. So on this side, we would have the public reaction. Let's see. The King of Wands. The Emperor. I think it's this general expectation from people to expect some type of reaction from authorities and people with power, because we have the Emperor, maybe from Biden. This is Biden and the King of Wands, like other people that have power and that can do certain things, can work on it, and so it could be this idea that maybe they're in shock and they're just like expecting someone to do something, the authorities. Okay, there's this overall concern. So I'm seeing the energy more like panic. More like panic, and with this Two of Swords, bit of a blocked energy here. Maybe a few more cards. It's unstable, so I'm not picking up on that anger energy. Let's go out and protest, and it's more this like panic, fear uh they expect someone to do something, people in power to actually do something, take some measures, but it could develop later into the future. Maybe this will build up, because I'm seeing the Seven of Cups energies like uncertain on what will come, what will happen. There's a bit of this uncertainty energy. So there may be protests later. But now I'm with these cards, the Emperor and the King of Wands, I'm seeing the focus put on and the expectations put on the people who actually hold the power. Yeah, so this is what I'm getting. But it is possible. With this card, there is a possibility that in the future, if they see that nothing is happening, that something can develop and things can change and people will get angry. I mean, they're angry already, but I think it's more shocked with this worry and blocked here, blockages, the worry. It's more of a shock. Let's see, what will the second question was, what will it take for average citizens to wake up and care? Okay, let's see. Is there something that can trigger people into going out and protesting? Okay. Let's see. Alright, so this is the people. Oh. Let's see. I think it's this idea of them expecting a victory. Because here we have the government, the presidency, and this is winning. And I think it's not smart to gamble with that, to risk that. But that's the energy that I'm getting. So it's like everyone is just relying on the vote in November. That's the general energy. The winning the election and installing their elected officials. And with the Magician card here, for the Democrats, I'm seeing this, and for not just Democrats, but people who are opposing Trump, there is still power, there is still things that they could do. But it's just, I'm getting this energy, like putting all their hopes on winning the election. And on this side, on the external energies, I'm seeing this as Trump. We have here the King of Cups. It's like the choice here, the Two of Wands. What will happen? What will people choose? It's crossroads. And depending on what happens, because here we have, on this side, we have Trump bound, the devil, maybe even prison. And here we have his wrath. Like really doing what he said he will do. Going after everyone who he feels like are his enemies. So it depends on the people what they will choose. And as I said, I'm repeating it, I'm getting this energy, overall energy, people just putting their hopes in the election that will solve it. Even though that there might be things they could do now, there is still some power here. Yeah, so for this question, what will it take for the average citizens to wake up and care? I mean, I think they care, they know, but it's just this hope, this overly hopeful, because this is about hope, trust, faith that they will win. So that they're hanging on to that hope that they will win. And maybe because of that, they may not do certain things that they still could do. Maybe not the average people, but the people in power. Or the average people could put pressure on people in power to do certain things. I don't know. Yeah, so this is what I'm getting. Let's see the other one. Will this motivate the Democrats and Biden to stack the court? All right, so let's see. What will they do? Maybe they need some time to get over the shock, or I don't know, to analyze things better. But let's see, will they stack the courts? Will they consider, will they do that? And if not, why? What is preventing them from taking action? Okay, that's the other question. So now we're just focusing on the stacking the courts. Will they do that? Okay. So on this side we have the Democrats. Eight of Cups, the Moon, Five of Swords. There's some issue. I don't think they're willing to do that. Let's see the other. All right, so from this card, the Moon and the Four of Cups, there's a reluctance, a fear. So I don't know exactly what are the implications of doing that, but they're not willing to go there. Maybe they think that they can win in some other way, that they will have some other tactic or strategy. This is the Republicans who are against them. The Republicans could retaliate. This is fighting. They would fight in some way. They would seeing with this Nine of Cups, because this is withholding. Maybe as in revenge, they could withhold something. This would be a hit for them. I mean, because of the Moon, it's still not. This can change because the Moon is not very clear. It can still change, but for now, I'm seeing this like a reluctance. This is a rejection, and they think that they can win in some other way, that they can have some other technique, and maybe they don't need to stack the court, something like this. So that's the general feeling that I'm getting from this. A reluctance when it comes to stacking the courts. Let me pull one more card. Still, is there a chance though? If there is a chance, it's not that big of a chance for them to do that. There's still a chance because this is choice. But the tendency that I'm getting from these cards, the energy that I'm getting from this card is like not willing to do that. They're afraid of, I don't know, the complications, the result may be. I don't know. So I don't know more details about this. As I said, I don't know what the implications are for sacking the courts. But it looks like from the cards that they're not really willing to go there. And why? I think they think that they can find some other tactic to win. They have the other solutions. And this is the others. The Republicans could retaliate in some way and withhold certain things. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. Okay, now the other question was, what is preventing Congress and Biden from taking action against the rogue Supreme Court to save our democracy? All right, so this is Biden and Congress. This side is for Congress and Biden. Defending the Ace of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Again, this fear. I mean, I can see that they're upset. They want to do something. But there's this fear and there's... I'm gonna see like lines that shouldn't be crossed. Let's see. Supreme Court. Okay, so for the Democrats here, with this Ace of Wands, there is like, I can see this as anger, desire to do something. This is lines that shouldn't be crossed, and it's like protecting the democracy. Seeing a woman here, maybe it's the the Justice Sotomayor. I don't know exactly how to pronounce. She said that she dissents, and she said that the immunity ruling makes the president a king above the law. So she's willing to stand up and defend. So I think that the major thing that prevents them from taking action against the Supreme Court, it's this fear of something, a lack of clarity. It's like this confusion. So that, I don't know, it's like it's clouding. Something is clouding their judgment, or it could be fear of something. And on this side we'd have the others, the Republicans. And I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles. They planted the seeds. So it's like they've been kind of like laser focused for a long time. It's not just with Trump's, like for a long time they've been focused to get the majority in the Supreme Court, and then they can shift the power in the balance and they can do what they want. So this is like a long-term planning. They planted the seeds, now they're starting to get the rewards, because there's this general feeling of loss. They feel like there's this feeling of defeat, maybe, that they didn't have power. They don't like the way maybe society is. It's not according to their principles. There's this feeling of like loss, bitterness. So they're very driven to impose changes, and they'll use anyone. They don't care if Trump is a morally bankrupt person. They don't care who does the job as long as someone does the job. They don't have this expectations. They don't play by the same rules as Democrats. They don't have shame. Like, you've seen it. Nothing works on them except power, raw power. This is the only thing that actually works. And with the Fool here, like I see that they have faith and confidence, and they're optimistic about their plan for the future. So yeah, they felt like they've lost this bitterness. The society is changing, and it's not what they want. But they play the long game, and they have trust and faith in that in the long game they will win. Yeah, so the question was that what is stopping Congress and Biden from taking action against the Supreme Court? It's this, like I'm seeing the moon. It's like a lack of clarity or a fear, or like something that is not clear there. Or maybe they don't want to overstep certain lines, that they're cautious and careful, like they are playing by the rules. Yeah, I don't know. This is what I can get from these cards. And the last question, finally, will the SCOTUS decision ultimately lead to the United States becoming a dictatorship? Oy. Yeah, it's up to the people. It's up to the people to decide in November what kind of world they want to live in. All right. Let's see. This is the Society. Page of Cups. Yeah, it's crossroads moment. Three of Swords. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's definitely, it will lead to a complete change, complete transformation. The Death card. And there's no going back from this. Once they get power, and the Page of Cups, it's women's rights. It's gonna be bad. So yes, let's see the others. Yeah, people will not. This is the church. Yeah, I'm seeing this as the church involving itself and wanting to take over. So basically, we have here with the twos, it's crossroads. It depends on the people. They have free will. Definitely this decision, it helps. It doesn't mean that this decision will make United States a dictatorship necessarily, because there are more things to happen, but it definitely helps in building there, in getting there. And it's all these church people, all these like religious people that are butting in. And this could definitely lead to a transformation of the society. So I'm not saying that, yes, it will happen, this will become a dictatorship, but there is this option that it's left for people to decide here. Yeah, so this is what I can see. It doesn't mean that this will lead directly to that, but it paves the way. It definitely paves the way for a power grab. And then we have this, like, complete transformation. But we have free will. We can still do things. So don't get discouraged. It's not over yet. We can still fight this. Okay, so this is it for this reading. If you guys have any other suggestions, let me know. I will see you guys soon with a new video. So take care and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.